How's it going, YouTube? It's your boy Ron, and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Stadium 2 walkthrough series. In the last episode, we had conquered the Master Ball of Challenge Cup in what was one of our most difficult, most time-consuming battles of what we've seen so far in the series. Putting all that frustration aside of what we faced last time, we are moving on to the final cup in the stadium for round 1, which is going to be, in my opinion, but also my most favorite, Prime Cup. So of course, just to give a little detail while we go ahead and pick out our team for today, is Prime Cup is just going to be an all-out, anything-goes battle. There's no level restrictions, pretty much any Pokemon is allowed. It's just going to be a full-on level 100 battle, using a lot of brute strength and a lot of strategy, especially in round 1. Even sometimes with your own team is still going to be a pretty difficult challenge to overcome. But of course, since I am still bringing along my own team, I do have Pokemon certainly equipped for the task. I do have 7 only because I'm going to be saving my Snorlax for round 2 when we get there, just because for those who have played and just of course for those who aren't familiar, round 2 Prime Cup in Pokemon Stadium 2 is of course one of the hardest just to overcome. I'd say the next one may be Little Cup in terms of what you can bring, but just the challenge there is just going to be enormous, but of course we save everything at a step at a time. Let's just go ahead and face our first challenge, and I'm going to go ahead and pick out all 6 of these Pokemon. And in terms of items, I do have certain items I do want on certain Pokemon for reasons I will explain as we get to them. I do want to give Starmie Paralysis Cure. I'm going to give Goldberry for Electrode, give him as much HP as he can. Don't really have one for Hitmonlee. Maybe the Burn just for any kind of status. Heracross, I definitely want to give him Mint Berry. Alakazam is definitely going to have the Confusion for Bitterberry, and I'm just going to go ahead and give a Quick Claw. In fact, since I still have King's Rock left and Hitmonlee is fast, I'm just going to give him that item. Now, the reason these items are what I picked as is for certain battles we're going to be seeing in this round. Heracross is going to be needing the Mint Berry in case for Battle 4, when we see a bunch of the whole Hypnosis Sleep Powder mechanics, and for Battle 6, for Alakazam, he's definitely going to be needing it for the Confusion, but we'll be seeing that as we reach each battle. Let's go ahead and get started with this team, and what is our final tournament in round 1. Let's get started. I remember when I first played this game, Prime Cup was always my most challenging one to get. I never was able to do good. I know you want to battle, but I already have confidence in myself. Just getting past this round was difficult. All the Pokemon are just strong, and you have to have a lot of strategy. And if you happen to know about the Unlimited Continues glitch, then you pretty much didn't have to worry too much. But I did not, so I suffered and had a lot of headaches over it. Just to go ahead and pick out with this team. Go ahead with this. Now, in terms of my Pokemon versus the rentals that you're able to bring, typically if you're not bringing your own team for the rentals, you're basically bringing on, I believe the most notable ones to bring are going to be Heracross for its Mega Horn, Hitmonlee for its High Jump Kick, Kadabra for its Psychic and Thunder Punch combo, and then pretty much Pokemon that are able to do Counter and Mirror Coat. Just because Brute Power alone isn't going to do it enough if you brought your own team.
What's the opening gap?
Okay.
It's Ripped by Paralysis.
Yeah, I probably should have anticipated that.
A furious attack. That struck home.
Alright. That was a bad move on my play, but I am going to switch because a Continue is priority in this round. You can't really get around this cup without a Continue. Just because every battle, even the first one, is difficult in its own right. It didn't even go for the Giga Drain. That's pretty funny. It could have knocked me out too.
Oh, it's been poisoned!
And of course, with the Pokemon I've selected, with their impressive stats and movesets, it's kind of an unfair balance from rentals to the team that you pick out. But it's pretty much just shows you how easily that gap between rental and owning your own can be, and it is almost essential.
It's building up power for its next attack. They're both hanging.
Although to be honest, round 1 compared to round 2 in Prime Cup isn't terribly bad. it's still doable. But of course, if you happen to have the privilege of getting your own team, it's still recommended. But doing it with Rentals is not impossible. But in round 2, man, that's not impossible either. But the challenge, the scale is just so different. It's just, there's a big difference.
The white hot battle continues.
And of course, the reason I chose these certain pokes is just because of the potential they have in terms of being able to sweep. Alakazam is just a beautifully special attacker, and Starmie with the type of coverage it has is just outstandingly good.
It's better protected against
Hitmonlee and Heracross both share just brute strength and physicality.
Battle is unfolding.
And I didn't bring Snorlax, but we'll see why Snorlax is going to be pretty useful to have when we get to that next round in the future, near future. And Electro's just my favorite. Electric type speed, pretty decent power, and the moveset it has is pretty ideal for what I like to do.
It's a fierce battle.
And I'm just gonna go ahead and say it now, but normally I always brought up ahead the music. Pretty much Prime Cup in all the rounds just has beautiful music. My favorite is gonna be rounds 4 through 6. I just love listening to those, and the final battle, just a good all-out banger. It's just, they knew how to make music for video games at that time. It's just so great to listen to.
This is the last Pokemon.
For it's the last.
The crowd's excitement is building.
I really need that continue. It doesn't matter if it's round 1 or with your own team. I'm just gonna say it again, just for your broken record. You just need continues. You just need them.
Oh, it's Hitmonlee! What's that? A light hit.
I was worried the freeze would have happened. That just would have ruined this.
How will this newly
And high jump kick.
Pokemon fare?
As long as I land it, that's it.
High jump kick. That had to hurt. The last Pokemon goes down. And there goes the battle.
Alright, we got the one continue. Pretty much everything else is going to be fine afterwards. My poor Pokemon. Alright. And next is going to be the Fighter. Or, I guess, Black Belt, to be more accurate. Hiya! Come at me as hard as you can. Alright, Wobbuffet's really the only nuisance, but at least we have good pokes to handle that. I'm going to go ahead with... Go ahead with this team.
This is the second round. Trainers place the Pokeball containing their lead-off Pokemon on the field to start the battle. It used the item it was holding.
Nasty item. When activated, boosts attack to pretty nasty levels, but along with confusion as compensation. And we are... Interesting.
A psychic blast.
With Alakazam's ridiculously high special stab psychic, it can pretty much dish out heavy damage to any poke. But since I outspeed it, it pretty much makes Berserking useless to him. Yeah, look at that. Alakazam's power is just unmatchable. Now, of course, if I had brought in a Red Soul Kadabra, that definitely would not have killed it. Probably would have left it at the red mark, but still important. We can't take round 1 lightly. Round 1 in this is just still very dangerous to handle. And since he didn't bring out Wobbuffet, it's clear to say that Alakazam can sweep.
It assumed a protective pose. Wow! No, that didn't connect. A hot battle is unfolding. That's it!
There it goes.
It collapsed with only one hit.
Crit wasn't necessary. It was still going to knock it out regardless.
This has turned into a one-sided battle. Oh, it's Hitmonlee! This is the last Pokemon. The crowd's excitement is building from this heated battle.
He's just been detecting
It
everything.
assumes a protective pose.
All this battle has been about just stalling those extra
what's
turns.
this? Oh, that's a miss. The heated action continues.
It did happen to outspeed me
Sharp
though.
attack.
I'm guessing that might have been quick blocking. Should have not speed out. Man. As much as I love Prime Cup, I don't know round 1
Whoa!
items and movesets that well.
That struck home.
I just know the strategies each trainer has in this battle.
The last Pokemon goes down. And there goes the battle.
Don't want to give away too much, but of course, when we get to round 2 of this, please tell me this is a lie. So when we get to round 2 of Prime Cup, it's not going to be as straightforward as we've been seeing just in the first 2 battles. Now is the Bird Boy. Taking proper care of bird Pokemon is rewarding.
With a succession of hotly contested battles here in Pokemon Stadium. The roar of the crowd signals the start of the 3rd round. Ah! What will the trainer do now? Not very effective.
Yeah, not at all.
There's a
And
big
Ice Beam will knock it out.
between the 2 combatants. A blast of Ice Beam. Yes, it's a hit. Oh, it has no strength left.
And I guess the good
The next
kind of
Pokemon
commonality
needs
we'll
to be
see in
prepared.
round 1 for Prime Cup is a lot of the Pokemon will be same type or, if not same type, same weakness type, majority of the time. Like, Bird Boy brought all flying Pokemon. Karate, the Black Belt we just saw, I mean, he had all fighting types, with one exception. And that thing will still repeat for a little bit as we progress. But in round 2, this is applying to all the battles. That's certainly not the case. That's where the challenge really spikes, because you really have to pick out a team that, even if it's ideal, it has to be lucky to the opponents, because you just never know. You never know. And that's what brings a lot of frustration if it's the wrong choice. But the greatest headache of all is when it is the right choice, and it's RNG that rules it. And we've already seen a couple glimpses of that in the series already. A couple notable battles, most that I can remember being in the very beginning against Chuck, and most recently in Challenge Cup.
A hot battle is unfolding.
But sometimes you get glorious moments, like the most notable in our Pokeball in the final battle. When those are the other way around, that's when it's beautiful. But another simple battle, nonetheless.
That settles this battle. And there goes the battle.
Wait, let's go again. That's not allowed. Well, too bad it is. When you bring out a team like that, what do you expect? No, come on. But now we bring into the harder parts. I study extensively. That makes me strong. So now we reach Battle 4, as I already mentioned earlier. This is where we're going to be seeing a lot of the sleep. And psychic types. So what I am going to want to do is bring...
The battles are intensifying to a fever pitch. This is round 4.
Alright, so I just like this music so
Go
much.
into battle mode. Wow! A vicious hit!
Oof. If it could miss, that'd just be extra perfect.
No.
No. But of course with items.
It used a Midberry on itself. There's a big HP difference between the two combatants. Hang on, Earthquake! Yes, it's a hit! Down it goes! The next Pokemon needs
With
to be prepared.
Midberry gone though, it's gonna make this a little bit more difficult.
Oh, it's Poliwrath!
Poliwrath. This is not an ideal matchup for me.
They're both hanging tough.
Gotta bring Electro.
This Pokemon is switching out. Oh, it's Electro! What's this? Uh-oh, it fell asleep. How will this newly switched out Pokemon fare? It's fast asleep and can't be moved. What's that? The hit slams right off. The crowd's excitement
The best I can do is body slam, that's fine for me. I'm in sleep so I can't be paralyzed. Oh, but Surf.
What's next?
That's probably its best bet.
Nails the weak spot. It used the Gold Berry to restore its HP.
I have to wake up this turn.
The white-hot battle continues. It still won't wake up.
The crit didn't help.
Ride that surf. That was a classic
Oh,
bump.
wow. Okay, that special defense from Electrode is actually more impressive. But to be fair, Poliwrath doesn't even have that great special attack, so let's not give too much credit to that. But that was needed. Oh, it still landed. Alright.
Body slam. That's it. Oh, it has no strength left. What Pokemon will appear next?
I'm not going to put in Heracross right away. In case the last is Executor, I don't want to be put in a situation where Heracross one-on-one is not going to
A
come out
hot battle
victorious.
is unfolding.
Just going to play it safe.
A psychic blast. That's a hit. Down it goes. Just one Pokemon remains. Oh, it's Executor. This is the last Pokemon. The number of remaining Pokemon is 2 to 1.
Because I know it has Giga Drain, that'll do a lot. If it goes for the
A
sleep.
serious attack. Drill no weakness.
Oh, it goes for Leech Seed. Okay, so
Oh, Leech Seed.
Gloria threw. That was a hard throw.
That's a hit. It's a fierce
So
battle.
this will be the end.
The blast of Ice Beam is super effective. The last Pokemon goes down. And there goes the battle.
That was seriously not the play. Why would you go for the Leech Seed? That's such a bad move from the AI. Why? I won't forgive you for this. But when you throw, you only have yourself to blame. Halfway through, we're going to be seeing Mr. Fisherman. Different kinds of fishermen go after different kinds of fish. Okay. So the one that does kind of just scare me a little bit is Quagsire, but what I'm going to do is save Electro because I don't want to be put one-on-one, so...
The cries of Pokemon echo all over Pokemon City. Will these cries turn into swords of victory? Round 5 begins now.
Yeah, Quagsire. Alright, that's fine. Actually, Psychic would probably do more, so I'm just gonna go for that. Because I believe, well, for the Fisherman, his strategy is to pull up Rain Dance for very powerful water type moves.
That was good.
That's probably what's gonna go for. goes for the dynamic.
What will the trainer do now?
Alright.
Oh, that's a miss.
So it's risking the 50-50 instead of going for
Both
the
competitors.
rain boost. That's fine though.
There's the shot. That's it. What's next? It becomes a feud. There's a big HP difference.
Very interesting strat, albeit, but we should be okay. Yeah, we should be okay.
A blast of ice beam. That's
The
a hit.
unnecessary crits.
There it is. Knockout. The next Pokemon needs to be prepared. Oh, it's Lantern. The crowd excitement
Hate
is building from
Lantern.
this
Pretty bulky
heated
with a
battle.
lot of HP. And alright, I stuck him in
What'll it
second.
do?
Should be good for us though.
That inflicted some damage.
Although I think it will just go ahead for the
Oh,
Thunderbolt. Oh, but the special drop.
defense is down.
Beautiful. Oh yeah, Spark is his best move.
That struck home. The white hot battle continues. Oh no!
My luck was about to run out at some point. That's fair enough. And that'll kill me.
Oh, knockout!
Alright.
That KO will bring
Regardless,
out
we
a
should
new
still be in a pretty
Pokemon.
good position.
Oh, it's Electro!
Although, if last is Dragonite, I did kind of shoot myself in the foot right there by
The
not
heated
saving
action
Starmie.
continues. There's the attack. That's it. What now? That was a glancing blow. Sparks are flying from both competitors. Wow, Thunderbolt! Yes, it got hit!
Pretty
Oh,
sure I'm not
down
wrong
it
about this,
goes.
but Lantern in round 2 is just more annoying to deal with. Not for that reason. We saw how pathetic it was with Surfing Spark, but it has way worse in round 2. Oh, and Gyarados is
This
last.
is
Alright.
the last Pokemon.
We just gotta land this Thunderbolt and we're all
Hot
set for Battle
is
6.
unfolding. Oh, what's this? It's super effective. There are no more remaining Pokemon. And there goes the battle.
Alright. Just couldn't pull it off. Nope. And now our next adversary is the Scientist, who's going to be useful, Alakazam, for the same reason I was saying in the beginning, the Bitterberry. I began a new research project. Let me show you. Okay, so who I'm going to want here is actually... No, I don't want to put in Hitmonlee. Really don't want to. But may actually be useful. So I'll say Alakazam because I hate the Scientist.
Round 6 is about to get underway. Many trainers have fallen by the wayside. leaving
It
just
does tend to
8
lead with
to the
Crobat, so I
quarterfinals.
might see Crobat first. Okay, Electro. But I'll still say it. Yeah, Swagger. That's what it loves to do.
Look at that swagger. Oh, that's a miss.
Missing Swagger. Perfect. That just makes this battle a lot easier now.
That inflicted some damage.
Oh, but it did less than that.
They're both hanging tough.
Still gonna go for it though.
What's this? Oh, its confusion made it tougher. A furious attack. Yes, that was good. There's a big HP difference between the two combatants.
Zap Candy, that's its best.
There's the shot. Man, that was It healed itself with a
Item.
paralysis cure berry.
Oh, but not confusion.
No.
I can't do much about that.
Both combatants appear to be exhausted.
Come on, it can't seriously.
Whoa,
No.
that can't.
Alright, good. I was about to say. I would have hated this scientist if that actually landed. Okay, good.
Psychic blast.
Look, come on. I was in second for that confusion for that long.
Oh,
I mean, I still managed to pull through, but that was way too close than it should have been. And pretty much any other book he has, he's gonna knock him out.
Oh, it's Fortress! The opponent is weak. What an opportunity!
Just gotta go for
One
brute power on
Pokemon is
this
still
one.
capable of going up, but the other one looks tired. It's still
I was in confusion the whole time.
What? What's it doing? It's out of it! What Pokemon?
Well, I can't put
will be
Alakazam, he's gonna be useless, so I gotta put in Donphan.
Oh, it's Donphan! Two Pokemon remain on each
And, well, I
side.
can't Toxic it, so I'm gonna go for the Curse.
Both teams. It sacrificed speed to raise its power.
That +3
How's
attack.
that? Oh, its confusion made it tougher. A hot battle is unfolding.
And it's gonna go for Toxic, yeah. That's pretty much the Science's strategy.
Nasty
Go for the
Toxic.
confusion and any other
No, that's infinite.
status moves.
It's utterly confused. It's a fierce
Well,
battle.
luckily, Fortress doesn't have anything special on its own, but the sooner the better we can get this off.
What's next? The poison will steadily weaken the victim. There's the attack. A savage hit.
Yeah, that certainly made a difference, that +3 attack. Because without that, we shouldn't have been able to have done half. That's because Fortress is a bulky defensive type on its own. Alright, good. We were able to pull off the confusion.
Hang on, Earthquake. Yes, it's a hit. Down it goes.
I'm still expecting Crobat, though. It's not its main staple, but it does normally bring on Crobat.
Oh,
Okay, there we go.
Crobat. It's down to the last Pokemon now.
Because I'm sure I've already said this before, but unlike in Gym Leader Castle, there is no set desired Pokemon. There's no guarantees for it.
There, defense stat went down.
Alright, good.
What's this? Hit, that inflicted some damage.
Let's see if we can snap that snap out of confusion now. It's gonna fly. Alright.
Whoa! Aha! Aha! It's
I
confused
didn't even need
no more.
Alakazam. That's fine.
What'll it do? Oh, that's a miss. The white-hot battle continues. What now? A light attack.
Body Slam.
How's that? That's it! There are no more remaining Pokemon. And there goes the battle.
I've had a streak of bad luck. Not bad Pokemon, but with the movesets, they were not ideal to have. But now we move on to the semifinals against the female skier. You'll freeze if you're not careful, and her Pokemon are just as annoying. Well, I definitely want Heracross, but I believe I'll go. Actually, I'll go ahead and lead with Heracross, and then have Alakazam and Starmie, just to have coverage.
Let the semifinals begin. Despite their numerous battles, the remaining Pokémon still look ready for more.
I believe it does pull off Reflect, but I have to land the Mega Horn.
They prepare for battle.
Oh, it goes for double team, okay. But I believe that is her strategy, is the double team.
Its evasiveness.
But I believe Mr. Mime does have Reflect, if I'm not remembering.
Mega Drill the weakness.
That should knock it out.
Whoa, that was fast. It's down already.
What was a hard battle now seems easier now.
This battle is intense right from the start. Oh, it's Jinx.
Makes me wonder if the last is Slow King
Number of
now.
remaining Pokemon is
The Jinx will
3 to
outspeed me
2.
though.
Vicious attack. That struck home. Counterattack. It's super effective.
That should knock it out.
Wow! A single hit brings it down. Is there any way?
I really am thinking the last was Slow King.
Oh,
it's Pirate's Strike.
This is the last Pokemon. The number of remaining Pokemon is 3 to 1. Whoa! Bullseye! It managed to
Oh, I managed to hang. Oh, with 1 HP! That's fine though.
Hang on! Earthquake! Right! That's a hit! Oh,
Battle 7 was actually admittedly easier than I would have thought it would have been. Won't be the case next time
that
though.
KO will bring out
And-
a new Pokemon.
Really, it doesn't matter who we bring out. This is
Okay.
victory.
Oh, it's Alakazam! Throw is weak. Now's the time to attack. It used its held item to restore HP.
Even with Berry Juice, it
Number
doesn't
of
matter.
remaining Pokemon is 2 to 1. A Psychic Blast! That's it! There are no more remaining Pokemon! And there goes the battle!
I'll go look for someone weaker. That's pretty sad. But here we are, the final battle, Prime Cup. Pretty much we're going to be wrapping up round 1 here. Let's hope for a good finale. Let's get started. I hate to say this, but I can't afford to lose to you. And what we see is Mew, our first encounter of a legendary Pokemon, and he does bring a strong team. Of course, not guaranteed. He is almost more likely than not gonna bring Mew, and he does typically lead with Mew. So the strategy here is gonna be to have Heracross, I do want Hitmonlee. I'm debating on Starmie or Alakazam in this situation, though. Alakazam.
This is it, the final battle. Which trainer will claim the champion's throne?
So the strat here is, as long as Mew doesn't crit, it isn't a guaranteed loss. And it's rare for Mew to switch in this situation as well. As long as we can land Mega Horn. So as long as we don't get crit and we don't land, it's not a reset.
That struck home. Mega Horn. Drill the weakness.
So we're good here.
The white-hot battle continues. A Psychic Blast! That's a hit! Oh, which collapse!
So I am going to bring Alakazam because I do want to save Hitmonlee in case it's Umbreon or Tyranitar.
Oh,
Or even Ursula.
one Pokemon is still capable of going up, but the other one looks tired. There! Thunder Punch! That's it! Down it goes! So, what will be the next Pokemon? Oh, it's Ursaring!
It is Ursaring.
Two Pokemon remain.
I'm gonna put up Psychic and then a Reflect, because I should be brought down pretty low after Ursaring attacks.
That was good! There's the shot! Hit! That inflicted some damage.
Actually, since I will outspeed it and I did a decent amount, I will go ahead for Psychic. I'll do the Reflect next turn. Because if Ursaring crits with Slash, I'm done. If it had did that, I would have been done.
Oh! Knockout! There's only one Pokemon left to come out. Oh, it's Muck!
Alright, Muck. It actually brought out a perfect team for me. It didn't bring out Tyranitar or Umbreon. That's perfect.
A furious attack! That's perfectly!
This may knock it out, though.
One bomb away! Yes, it's a hit!
Good. I don't care if it's slow. Hit only is actually a very bad poke to have one-on-one, but with it so low in HP, I should be fine. Unless I just get hit with an unbelievable ounce of bad luck, I should have this victory.
Oh, it's Hitmonlee! It's down to the last Pokemon now. It's just one-on-one now. High jump kick. That's it. The last Pokemon goes down. Congratulations!
And we did it. Prime Cup in Olive Stadium is complete. Defeated. In all honesty, that was actually the smoothest and most comfortable way for Prime Cup to go down. Pretty much every Pokemon did great, don't even need to bother. Everyone was important. It was fair to say that a lot of luck didn't go too bad for us. It could have lasted a lot longer in certain battles. In fact, even Marty, the final battle, should have normally been a bit more difficult, but that was actually better in our favor. It didn't bring out Tyranitar or Umbreon to counter us hard, so that was actually very favorable for us. But there it is, Prime Cup. First try, succeeded, grabbed all the trophies. That's everything captured in round 1. So of course that does mean the stadium is complete. And, okay, so it doesn't play it here since we already cleared it. But this is actually where we're going to be stopping at our final destination against the rival. I didn't think you'd make it this far. Come on, let's settle this now. Yep, our final adversary of round 1 in Pokemon Stadium 2 is going to be our rival. He is going to be a very tough opponent. And of course, when we go for the next episode, you'll see what he's all about. Guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. Did hope you enjoy. Overall, the stadium did bring its surprises that we were going to be expecting. Regardless, round 1 didn't bring us the most difficulties. Still a straightforward ride. Everything was good. Of course, a few notable exceptions, but regardless, everything was good. And now we move on to our final challenge before we enter round 2. So, as always, guys, thank you again so much for watching. And until next time when we face our rival, who knows what we're going to be seeing there. Don't want to miss it. See you guys then.